Hey, good morning. It's Mark here with another morning rant. Time on deck 4:10. So you can only imagine what time I got up. I think one of the reasons why I do morning rants is because I wake up in the damn morning. Don't think for one second that I'm happy about waking up this early. I laugh because I'm going insane. Help me, people. Help me. Anyway, let's get into the news. January 6th Commission. One of the most powerful testimonies came from that Officer Dunn. Remember that guy I told you about yesterday? And if you don't remember, go back. The big, tall, burly guy that took a picture with Nancy Pelosi that got the GOP all riled up. Well, he made a powerful, damning statement toward the end of the January 6th Commission opening day. A lot of things were said that day. A lot of tears were shed from remembering. A lot of pain came back to the forefront. They're trying to figure out. This is just opening statements. So in opening questions, I think it lasted about 5 hours. I got a chance to listen to some of it, but not a lot. But let's go and listen to what Officer Dunn had to say about January 6th and who's responsible. All right.
Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger are being lauded as courageous heroes. And while I agree with that notion, why? Because they told the truth? Why is telling the truth hard? I guess in this America, it is. Us four officers, we would do January 6th all over again. We wouldn't stay home because we knew it was going to happen. We would show up. That's courageous. That's heroic. So what I ask from you all is to get to the bottom of what happened. And that includes, like, I echo the sentiments of all of the other officers sitting here. I use an analogy to describe what I want as a hitman. If a hitman is hired and he kills somebody, the hitman goes to jail. But not only does the hitman go to jail, but the person who hired them does. There was an attack carried out on January 6th, and a hitman sent them. I want you to get to the bottom of that.
Damn. God. Oh my. Think about that. Think about that. Damn. Think about that. He is saying that, I know he put the hitman in the wrong place, but in my opinion, I think he put the hitman in the wrong place. The hitman was the actual person that did the hit, but somebody paid the hitman to do it. So that's what he's saying. He's calling January 6th a hit. He's saying that the people that were there were the hitmen. Somebody sent the hitman. Who sent them? Don't just punish the people that were there breaking into the Capitol. Punish the people who sent them there. It's a RICO style case. Racketeering in something criminal organization. That's a RICO style case, and one of the ways that a lot of the mobsters, John Gotti, and a lot of other guys that got arrested in the 70s, 80s, whatever, were under RICO, continuing with criminal enterprises. That's CCI. But you're not gonna find. I watched this documentary. I love documentaries. I watched this documentary about Nicky Barnes, and it was produced by Dame Dash, and good documentary, good soundtrack, good. It features Nicky Barnes himself. Of course, he's in shadow because he ratted on his crew, but it's a good show. and it goes into explaining how RICO works. You're not gonna find. They say you're not gonna find Nicky Barnes on the corner selling $5 and $10 bags. No different than you're gonna find the owner of Ford on the assembly line making cars. That's what they're trying to do, is connect that assembly line worker with the Ford company owner or Ford company CEO. That's RICO. So, you got the guy on the corner selling $5 and $10 bags, but who put him there? You got the guy that's ordering hits, shot callers, but who's calling the shot? Yeah, the guy who did the shot calling, well, the guy who actually took the shot is going to go to jail for murder. But who sent that guy to do that hit? And that's, wow. Powerful testimony, right? Powerful statement, right? Okay, let's go to Fox News here. Let's go to Fox News. You got to go to Fox News because they had what's his face, the Ohio senator that's allegedly accused of knowing about sexual assaults at his college. They had him on TV, and he's still talking about Nancy Pelosi for some damn reason. But let's go to Fox News and let's listen to how let's just listen to this. Can we open this up a little bit more? Yeah.
Led House committee holding its first hearing on the January 6th Capitol riot. Police officers on duty that day giving dramatic testimony on what they witnessed. And Speaker Nancy Pelosi is under fire for blocking 2 Republican nominees to the panel.
First of all, I don't think she's under fire. I don't hear that much. I don't hear that many attacks coming from her other than Fox News, other than the GOP. But I don't hear anybody else saying, hey, why did you block those guys from getting to the truth? So it's just Fox News saying that they're under attack. I haven't heard anybody else say she was under attack.
Democrats aren't happy with their Republican colleagues either. Adam Schiff saying this about Leader McCarthy before the hearing even started.
That Republican Party that was willing to do that in 2001 and 2002 is not Donald Trump's Republican Party. Had Kevin McCarthy been the leader then, there would have been no 9/11 Commission. There would have been, an effort to persuade the country that, it didn't happen, or it's overblown, or who knows what the explanation would have been.
And Republican House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy blasting Pelosi and calling the hearings a sham.
Unfortunately, Speaker Pelosi will only pick on people onto the committee that will ask the questions she wants asked. That becomes a failed committee and a failed report.
Now, the problem with this is, they had an opportunity. They had two. The one being that they were going to do I said, go back to my video yesterday. They were going to do an outside committee of people outside. The only problem is Democrats were going to have 1 member more because the Democrats are in charge. Go back to Benghazi. The Benghazi investigation lasted 2 years. 2 years the investigation lasted. Hillary Clinton sat for 11 hours during the campaign. She sat for 11 hours and then went to a debate with Donald Trump, I think like the next day. It happened. Democrats were there. They protested the report. Well, not the report. They protested the attacks. They said, look, we got everything that we need, but they had 22 committees. But anyway, we're still going to keep doing this. They had 1 member more than the Democrats. And they held their commissions. So much so that a freaking movie was made about it. Nancy Pelosi is in charge of the House now. So she's going to have 1 more person above the Democrats. It's going to be 6 Democrats, 5 Republicans. They could have asked the questions. He had 5 people. They said no. 2 of them voted to decertify the election. We don't want those 2. You pick the 5. We'll keep those 3, but get rid of those 2. Get 2 more. You could have had an inside track on what was going on at the committee. You could have had your Republican people there asking the questions about Nancy Pelosi and why wasn't the Capitol secured as tight as it should have been on January 6th. You could have been there asking the questions, but what are you doing? You're outside the Capitol right now. You're arguing about the fact. I'm pointing it. I'm not even showing it. You're outside the Capitol right now, and you're arguing the fact that you're not there. And this is the guy I was talking about, the one that's accused of knowing about sexual assault at his college and not doing anything about it. But you had your opportunity, and you blew it. So when they said, look, we're gonna do a bipartisan thing outside of Congress because Congress got so much stuff to do. We got to worry about infrastructure. We got to worry about the jobs. We got to worry about prices soaring. We got to worry about crime. We got to worry about all this stuff. We don't want to do this. We want to get to the bottom of it, but we don't want to do it. Let's go outside and do it. This guy, who's the second in charge of the House and who's the leader of the Republican Party, the minority party, he went to the Senate and had them block it. So you block that, and then you go out and Nancy Pelosi says, okay, well, all right, well, we'll do our own committee. And you're attempting to block that. And now you're trying to call this a sham committee? Get the fuck out of here.
A sham that no one can believe. If you want the true answers, do not be afraid of the questions that will get asked.
Okay. Then let's get Donald Trump out here. Remember this tape. Remember that statement. Remember it. Because it's going to come back. It's going to come back because they're going to go. They may call Donald Trump. They may call Mark Meadows, who was the chief of staff at the time. They may call Ivanka Trump, who went back and forth to try to get her dad to do something. They may call a lot of people. General Mark Milley, who's the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. They may call these people, and they're going to ask them questions. So I don't want to hear his mouth when they call those people. And I would say this: let me go and show you something. I was watching Batman, so yeah, I was watching Batman. I'm gonna get up on that when I finish this. Let's go. What you got to see my research. Let's go to. God dang it! I kind of forgot what I was going to search. God dang it. Oh man, it's gonna be good. Forgive me, people. But yeah, maybe it'll come back to me. Anyway, I hope it comes back to me because I was gonna make a good point. I really was. All right.
Greg, have at it.
Well, I'm going to preface like what we've always said on the show right off the bat. We condemned equally the riots of last year, the billions in damages, and January 6th, because we, as conservatives or libertarians or Republicans, we are the gate that prevents the barbarians from storming. And on January 6th, we became...
So who were the barbarians? He's saying that libertarians, conservatives, Republicans, they're the ones who are the sane people in this country. And we prevent the insane, the Democrats, the liberals, the progressives, from doing certain things. That's what he's saying.
And we don't like that. Having said that, it would be fun to do a hearing on the crime wave and interview the police from Seattle, Portland, Minneapolis, New York City, just to... So now they're saying, okay, let's do a committee let's do a committee on the riots of 2020. Well, this is a sham. But let's do the riots of 2020. Let's talk to those police commissioners. They're going to keep repeating that. Provide real context about actual threats to democracy.
So January 6th was not an actual threat. Remember, those people walked around the Capitol. Those people were visiting and taking pictures. Those were not actual threats. Oh yeah, riots happened in Seattle, Detroit, whatever cities that happened, they happened. Vandalism, people were stealing shoes out of a Foot Locker, which is just the dumbest thing in the world. But it happened, okay? But that was more of a crime on democracy than January 6th.
We're being lectured by phony politicians about threats to our country while they ignored a mounting pile of dead. And it's all for politics. I also reject the idea that having politicians' jobs disrupted for 2 hours is somehow worse than billions of dollars.
Wow, listen to what he's saying. Listen to what he's saying. He is saying they had their jobs disrupted for 2 hours. That's a little bit over a lunch break. Yeah, they came through. They broke a little thing. They almost killed a couple of people, but you just had your job disrupted for 2 hours. It was nothing. Get back to work.
Destruction and dozens of deaths, including police officers. That's why I would like to see a hearing about that. Because
Wow.
I can't stomach the crying. I can't stomach the crying. I saw some really bad stuff all last year, and none of those people lifted a damn finger. What a backwards world we live in, where the media didn't give two Fs about police officers getting killed, about businesses torched, but they lionized a response in which an unarmed female protester was shot dead, point blank. Imagine if she was BLM. Imagine that. How would this turn out differently?
So who is he talking about? He's talking about that Babbitt lady. He's talking about that Babbitt lady, the lady that I was like, no, she should have got her ass shot. Everybody that was there should have been shot. With beanbags, with bullets, whatever. Go back to that video. Go back to that video. I can pull